This is an indisputable exclusive. No other media outlet has this story. Right now, a cop who has been indicted for murder of a 26-year-old African-American male Tuskegee University student is already back working on the force and working as a trainer with SWAT.
All right, everybody. Look, I'm going to jump right in. The name of this channel is The African Times, and I'm Thomas. Got a video here from the program Indisputable with Dr. Rashad Ritchie. You're not going to believe what you're going to see. Check it out.
This week, we broke the story of a police officer in the state of Georgia who is currently indicted for felony murder, burglary, aggravated assault, and violation of oath of office by providing false statements to the authorities. That cop was still active. That cop was still training other law enforcement officers on SWAT. Nonetheless, I broke that story this week on Indisputable. We have a major update to that story. Let me remind you of the original reporting. Here it is. This is an indisputable exclusive. No other media outlet has this story. Right now, a cop who has been indicted for murder of a 26-year-old African-American male Tuskegee University student is already back working on the force and working as a trainer with SWAT, nonetheless. Here was my direct proclamation to the Board of Commissioners for Clayton County, Georgia, where this police officer was working. Here it is. And what was the response from the police? Well, the police decided to just give him another role, a role where he is literally, the police officer Hutchins is literally in charge of training cops how to shoot while under felony indictment for murder. I'm pissed. I'm upset. Put up the picture of this police chief again. He's black. The whole damn county commission, African American. Now, you all better get this right. When I tell you there has to be a report at some point today that says that officer has no affiliation anymore around weapons or anything else, we're going to have a problem.
All right. So you got a chance to see the video. And special thanks out to our good brother at Indisputable, Dr. Rashad Ritchie, because he provided us a good deal of insight into how the system works together. It pulls people in, people that look like you and me. It pulls them in, but it has them do the work of the system. So here, as you make sure you are aware, here you have a brother who is, I think he was the chief of police, but whatever his position was, he was in a position to hire, a position to control who comes into the department. Now, he selected the individual. In other words, he said, yeah, I'm going to put this brother in here, the brother with the indicted on killing a 26-year-old black kid. Now, this is a black man who's supposed to know better, but he doesn't know better because he wants to participate in the system. And this is the thing that I was talking to you about, consciousness in your mind. See, he has no concern at all, none, about regular people, regular working people. He did not view that boy, that 26-year-old boy who was, executed. He did not view that boy as his own, as his family, he didn't view him like that. And if he did, he didn't care. It wasn't a priority. What was a priority is making sure he maintained that relationship with those people in power. And understand, he didn't hire that police officer on his own. He didn't do that. He had to get permission to do that. All of that, they have to get permission, approval. Just like Obama, Kamala Harris, they're the most powerful person. No, vice president. No. She goes to a bunch of people and they tell her what to do. Obama the same way. This is what you're going to do. This is what you roll out here and say. So, again, you're seeing, as I told you in the videos, they're all together. This man was given a position to train On paper, it says he's training, shooting, and sniping. But you have to begin to connect the dots. Of course, they're not going to come out and tell you, oh, our training tells us, well, here's the hard part. Of course, they're not going to come out and train you and tell you that their training is to kill a certain group of people. They're not going to come out and tell you that. They're going to tell you their training is to eliminate the threat. Okay? But they just leave out the information who they think the threat is. And the threat just happens to be people that look like you and me. Now, I want to make sure you understand, because I found another video. It's not just, in this case, a chief, a head person in the department. There's another video. I'm going to get it. I'm going to find it. There's a brother who was a lower level officer who sent a young black dude, a young brother, sent him to prison for like 10, 11 years. And then they found out that this brother has been doing this to everybody, putting false information, threatening the people, making them confess unjustly because they really didn't do it, but they're afraid of their life from this brother. You know, the stuff you see in the movies. Well, is it art imitating life or life imitating art? It's both. It's both. But I even heard someone say, well, it's a crazy world. It's a dangerous world. No, it's not a dangerous world. That's not true. The people who create our reality, our standard of living, that's created. You go to different cultures, there are different group of people. You can go from one town that's close to another town and have a completely different way of life. Just crossing the street. If you live in Detroit, you know. You can go from, one part of the city into another part of the city, whole different atmosphere, vibe, people treat you differently, the whole thing. And it's the same way with all people in all cultures. So, no, it's not just, oh, you racist. No, it had nothing to do with that. See, the reality is none of the people should be treating other people in this way. But you have a class of people, a group of people, and organizations have their own culture. You know it. They tell you right now it's election season. Republicans, they have their own philosophy, their own idea. Democrats, they got their own philosophy, their own idea. Independents, the same. Whatever it is, in this particular organization, a group of people, they operate based on their ideology. And so the police force and the police and all of that, it's no different. It's an organization of people who have an outlook and a philosophy. And they work together. They work together. The chief of police is working together with, politicians, working together with prison systems, working together with individuals who are civilians but who have a certain agenda. Maybe they have some money. And so they work together. And unfortunately, the reality, the truth is, people that look like me and you, the other people, the organizations, their ideology is that if you see a young brother, that's why they call it profiling. You see a young brother, young black person, male or female, and now you see they're doing this to our kids and to our women, and now it's our men, it's everybody. They consider you a threat. I feared for my life. Now, they got mental issues. There are no mental issues. There's no fear for your life. You created that situation. You created the antagonism between one group and the other. You created that. You created the animosity. You created the tension. You created the conflict. And then you want to blame the victim. No. Now, this was a year ago. This wasn't now. And I hope I'm going to have to look up and see if I can find the follow-up to it. But I'm just letting you know that they work together. And our good brothers who join and the blue wall, they all work together. They're going to take care of their people. And if we aren't fortunate enough to have videos or eyewitnesses who have enough courage to come up and confess and tell the truth, then they're going to stick together. This is what they do. So you just saw an example of a brother in the position, he could care less. He could care less. And again, just before I go, even if he did care, he valued the money, the position, the power. He valued that more than he did the justice, the insurance that justice would be made, the prevention of any future acts, because he let this go. And the good sister, thank goodness for her, because she stood up and she said, "No, this is what's going on here." I didn't play the whole video, but listen, thank you again to Dr. Richie. You guys go and you can see the whole video, and in the video you'll see that the sister, there's a lady who has some kind of power. I think she's on a board or commission or something, and she was able to check that brother, and then they made the change because people found out. Last point, the other thing is, again, kudos to Dr. Richie, but he's demonstrating to you, and he says, go look at his channel, Indisputable, with Rashad Richie, I think, Dr. Rashad Richie. Look at the part of his video. Wow, there's a bird next to me, very crazy. Look at the part of his video where he's explaining to you the role of the media. He actually had some impact, his program. But his program had impact because obviously the lady, the commissioner who checked the brother, the police chief brother, she saw his program, and it brought to her attention that this particular officer who had been indicted for killing a young black man was still working in a department, had been hired. She apparently, based on her email, she was unaware of that. Now, whether she saw Indisputable, Dr. Richie's program, on her own, or somebody sent it to her, she later sends the chief, the brother who hired the W dude, she sent him a picture of the program saying, see, this is not good for our county. So all of you influencers, you creators, you media people, particularly the ones who the W's have given you the big program platforms, programs, television shows, whatever, and then they got rid of you because we got to scale down. Now you on YouTube and you got this following that you brought over from the W's. Now you have a responsibility. You have a responsibility to tell the truth and warn our people about what's happening. And I mean warn them. I don't mean just inform them. Warn them. And then give them some options of what they need to do. I did a video on it. I told you what they need to do. Okay? So check it out. I just wanted to let you know there's a lot of stuff out here like this. And I'm going to keep bringing it to you. But what I need you to do, like, share, subscribe. Do that because I believe, and it only makes sense, that a group in power is never going to do anything to get rid of its power. So we're all up against, to some extent, mechanisms that want to delay, prevent, obscure, hide the information and the perspective that we would present from a black perspective. So you have to do your part. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. Hit the bell to let you know notifications if something is coming. Do that so that our people can see. You see here, again, proof they're all working together. And when you see some of them work together by being quiet and this, okay, well, I know it's happening, but I can't say nothing. I'm not going to say anything because there's nothing I can do. No, it's something you can do. Something you can do. So, okay, guys, good talking to you again. Love you all. And uhuru, uhuru, uhuru.